This is a 1992 Jeep Cherokee Sport. A couple things I want to mention on the engine bay. It's missing a battery tie down, an AC line. You can see right there. I mean, it's a 92, so leaking is to be expected. There's some leaking on the valve cover, nothing too major. Just a little bit of condensation. And all the conduit looks good. One thing worth noting, the wiring for the front fog lights is run out throughout to the battery, in case you were wondering what those wires were. Other than that, everything looks good. Starting the inspection for the exterior on this 92 Jeep Cherokee. Looking at the front fender, a little tight on the front, a little lopsided coming down the door to the bottom. Yeah, there's some paint missing here, there. It's a 92. It's an older Jeep, so to be expected. This door does look like it's been taken off a few times. There's a little bit a gap and sticks out a little further than how it should. Coming down to the rear driver's door, looks good. Still a little bit of paint missing. So now we're on to the passenger side of the 92 Jeep Cherokee Sport. Again, some more paint missing on the doors. It's like a little dent right here, some overspray. And then looks like doors have been taken off. Again, this is a Jeep, so to be expected. Coming around to the front. All in all, is about a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the driver's side underbody. Looking at the undercarriage, looks good. Not all the aftermarket goodies under here. See the suspension. Looks like ball joints are all good. They get a clean bill of health. Moving on to the back side. See the underbody. Move on to the suspension again. Some more goodies under there. Now we're moving on to the other side. All right, we're on the passenger side doing underbody inspection. You can see there are rust holes, but coming all the way down, some more rust. The floor pans have been replaced, like I have mentioned prior in the video. So there should be no cause for concern. Would be something that I would recommend tending to at some point so it doesn't cause more issues in the future. And coming up to the front suspension, everything looks nice and tidy. We are moving on to the driver's side interior inspection. Does have these nice seat covers coming down here. This entire floor pan has been replaced. The new floor pan has been resprayed and looks like it's pretty good. And if we come back here to the back seat, lift this up real quick. You can see again it has been replaced all the way through. There's a little bit of damage on these seats, which, like I mentioned before, it's a 92. It's an old vehicle. It's to be expected. Now we're going to move to the passenger side. On the passenger side of this 92 Jeep Cherokee, again, like I mentioned on the other side, it's a 92. It's been well loved. Again, new floor cards, all the door cards look intact, no damage on them other than a missing handle for the window. Same as on the other side, no damage. Coming up to the front, about same story on the driver's side as on the passenger side. No rust through the floor pan as it's been replaced, like I mentioned prior. Moving on to the trunk inspection of the 92 Jeep Cherokee Sport. Come in and look. It's been resprayed. Doesn't look like there is any rust damage or infestation. It looks clean. This is the conclusion for the 1992 Jeep Cherokee Sport. There are a few things worth mentioning. The paint is missing some clear coat in several spots. Some paint missing. However, the suspension's all aftermarket, all good parts. No play in front or rear. They get a good clean bill. Coming back to the other side, and I'll probably wrap around to the other side as well. Gonna walk down. The tires are dry rotted and a little bit cracked. Would recommend getting those replaced along with getting an alignment. And then coming back to the passenger side, there is a little bit of damage on these doors. Looks like either hitting a tree off-roading or a light car accident to the side. More than likely, probably some tree damage from the vehicle being off-roaded at some point with a previous owner. All in all, it's a 1992. It's gonna have damage. It's not going to be pretty, but for this vehicle, it would get a clean bill of health.